Hi, everybody. Welcome. Today, Lisa and I are going to do a clairvoyant reading. So today is May 14th, 2020. I just want to let you know that we are recording this in advance so that if anything changes between now and then, you will know that this reading took place before it was broadcast. Lisa is in San Francisco and I am an hour away from her. We're just looking at energy so that I'm looking at the same energy that Lisa's looking at. So it doesn't matter that we're in the same place or not. Nothing we look at is really linear, so it's going to come in different ways. Lisa and I both have an invisible screen in front of our eyes. We're going to read with our eyes closed. And you might see our hands move around. We're going to be moving information. It's a little bit like changing the channel on the television. Sometimes I yawn when energy is moving, and I cough when there's a healing going on. Let's see, what else?
I involuntarily cry.
What's that?
I involuntarily cry sometimes.
Oh, I do that too. My eyes start watering a lot of times. We're gonna have big pauses. Might seem a little bit boring because we're trying to get the information in. We're not gonna edit this video. We might talk to each other. We might talk to you. You'll have to decide which one we're doing. Figure that out. All right, we're gonna get going. So Lisa, we need to pick a color so we can do the reading, and I will let you do that. Oh, I didn't tell you what the topic was. We are going to look at something that is very topical. It seems simple, but if we can look deeper, we'll uncover a lot. We're going to look at why Donald Trump will not wear a mask. All right. Lisa, you want to pick a color?
Sure, just give me a minute. Reading at a vibrant green. Match my crown.
Okay.
I'm getting a picture out of the gate of Donald walking on his red carpet. And I see he's got in his hand, it's like symbolic tokens of, looks like candy, but it's really like coin, like money. And there's the masses below him. So he's on like a raised podium, and he's throwing this symbolic money out at people. What I'm seeing here is that he's, based on the question we're asking, why Donald Trump is not wearing a mask. This is definitely a power play. I'm not getting any information on the whys yet, but what I'm seeing here at this current moment is that there's this like symbolic, these gestures of giving out, its popularity. Again, I don't know what this has to do with not wearing a mask just yet, because we were just beginning. I open it to you, Alice.
I'm seeing a picture of Donald Trump. He's like a combination of a building and a sculpture, and he's leaning. He's getting ready to topple over. When I was setting up to do the reading, I kept getting pictures of Donald Trump looking a lot like Saddam Hussein when they took him out of that hole in the ground he was hiding in, disheveled, not looking important, looking more like a criminal. So I see this, I see him, he's off of his game.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons he doesn't wear a mask is because he thinks that his lips are the thing that makes him the most handsome. So part of it is vanity. So he's not covering his mouth because he likes his lips more than any other feature on him. Lisa?
Yeah, Alice, when you were getting a picture of underground, I was already underground. He showed me, so once he got off the podium, I went behind that image to see what was behind the image of him on the podium. And I saw him below ground, and I saw him brokering a deal. It looks like he's brokering a deal with another, it's a very underground deal that he's brokering with another place. And there's a huge monetary exchange going on right now based on the energy level of what he set in his power level here in the United States, and however he's manning the fort here. It's all based on some kind of payout. He's receiving a payment. It's not our payout. It's not our money. He's receiving some kind of money, and hopefully I'll get to whatever this is. Oh, I open it, Alice.
All right, another thing I'm getting is that Donald Trump has, until now, felt invincible. So he will throw temper tantrums to get his way. He'll lie to get his way. He'll manipulate things to get his way, make promises to get his way. But he is, oh, and this is why he's not, one of the reasons he's not wearing a mask, because of this invincibility. I mean, invincibility, I'm sorry. But also it looks like he's bulged out of his jeans. Let's just say that. He's gotten too big for his britches. So it's like he's falling apart at the seams, or things are, he isn't able to control things that as he has in the past, that he's coming up against people that he can't pay off, he can't bribe, he can't trick. And it's going to be his downfall, because he's having to rely on more people than the people who want to be in his orbit. Lisa?
Yep, I was getting some, I dug deeper to see where this person, this energy is coming from that's brokering a deal. I see, I'm just getting a simple picture of, it's far off in the world, someone standing on top of a mountain, but it's a fair person, a Caucasian leader, entity, background of something, of some organization, but it's a fair person. And that's all the information I have on that right now. I wish I had more, but it's not, I'm digging and asking and it's not appearing. But he's definitely receiving large, it's like a continuous influx of money that's coming in underground via this pipeline from across the world. I'm open.
What's that?
I'm open.
I keep seeing these pictures that are talking about like a like fallen royalty. I'm seeing a picture of a railroad track with weeds growing up through it that indicates that the railroad cars are not being used on that track anymore. And this is all stuff that everything that's happening now would have been completely fine with Trump, like the pandemic and the unemployment and the crash in the stock market. If this had happened after the election and Trump had been reelected, none of this would have mattered to him, because he's looking really to be a monarch. And if he got reelected, he would do whatever he wanted to, and he wouldn't care about anything. And he was trying to make it to that place. And now this is out of his control. And he's trying to, he's trying to fake it basically right now. And partly not wearing a mask is him trying to indicate to people that everything's fine. Because if he was wearing a mask, he would think that people would panic. And this is him trying to convince people, manipulate people who believe in him no matter what, his base, that things are fine, that a lot of the news is fake news that's just trying to terrify people. You can open it up.
Sure, I keep just looking at the same picture. It's like it's a symbolic picture of the Earth, of our planet, and it's a picture of Donald Trump sitting so the planet the Earth is sliced in half, and there's one whole population. So this is beyond just our country. It's a value system, and the whole half of the planet is sitting at the same vibrational level, and it looks healthy, and it looks alive, like the Earth is thriving, people are thriving. And then I see this other value system on the other side, and I see him sitting at the top of this other side of the planet, and there's people hanging off, like symbolic people hanging off of the planet Earth. Like he doesn't even care if those people join his bandwagon. It's very, very, very maniacal. I know this may sound like things you already know, but I think it's important to note the symbolism of the Earth splitting in half. And we're at a bifurcation right now, is what I see on a bigger level of complete polarity. We're at the absolute polarity within the Earth, and this is the whole Earth. It's not just Donald Trump. And I usually get big, 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 and bigger with a lot of these types of reads, and this is what I'm seeing. And I can't imagine the Earth splitting off. I mean, that's beyond my capability of understanding, but it's almost like the creation of a new Earth. And whomever is left on this side where his energy resides, along with many other energies, it's falling. It's literally falling. And that's all I'm getting for now. I want to see what more I'll get. Alice, I'm open.
Well, connecting to your picture, I'm seeing the United States post Donald Trump as an oil spill that needs to be cleaned up. And looking back at like why Donald Trump doesn't want to wear a mask is because he really wants to wear a crown. If there's going to be something on his face, he wants it to be a crown. And no matter because wherever he goes, there's a financial disaster. No matter what, he still sees himself as coming out on top.
On the contrary, I'm going to jump in, and I'm seeing that just real quick, since we're riffing off of this topic here, I saw that he has an escape plan. So even I don't know what it means, but no matter what the situation that is presented in front of him, he has his own personal escape plan. And I see this whole underground unit, and he's being helped. So no matter what, the largest thing he could bring to us, he's never going to really quite crumble. He will eventually, but he has a way out. I see this like unbelievably intricate system, and I see him bring his family with him. And I see a line of people ushering his group, his entourage, his enclave into these tunnels. So he's going to just continually keep shocking us. But there's always an escape. Just know there's always an escape. And I want to understand what the energy of that is. So I'm going to dig further into that to better understand that. Why there's this, where all this aid is coming from and why.
He doesn't like to lose. And like talking about how he likes to shock people or nothing, you know, he just keeps doing things that keeps shocking us. If it looked like he was losing the next election, I wouldn't put it past him to just drop out of the race. Because then he could, if he lost, if the numbers didn't look good and he lost, he could say, oh, well, I dropped out of the race, even if his name was still on the ballot. So he's always trying to find a way around things. He's kind of like he's a weasel.
This is what I'm seeing here right now. It's quite telling. I'm looking and it's like he's Donald Trump was presenting actually, and he's in Russia right now. I don't really watch much news. I don't know what's going on with all of this, but I see him in Russia, and I see him symbolically having popcorn in his hands, and he's watching everything play out like a movie. And I looked further, and there's like, it looks like this was a plan. It looks like everything that's happening with this pandemic was a plan. And I say that with certainty, looking at this picture, that it's all been laid out, and it's a map. And he's watching from a perspective in Russia, as everything plays out globally. And it looks like there's, let me see, 5 beings. I don't know if they're leaders or what they are, who are going to benefit greatly from everything that's going on here. I'm going to dig more. Alice, open.
I'm not getting anything right now.
I know my screen went blank as well. I mean, just that last picture, that's a lot right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything just got really heavy. Like we're not supposed to know.
Mm-hmm. So normally when Lisa and I read, first of all, we don't read people without their permission. Then, and we don't usually see into the future, but Donald Trump is our leader, so he's fair game. And we have noticed that when we look at the news, we do see future information. So
future probabilities.
Yeah.
This is current time stuff, though, what I'm looking at right now. And I know it took us off the trajectory of wearing a mask, but that was the entry point. It was a plan. I see it. This is a plan. I see a switch. I see like, okay, we're ready to go on this. And it was like pull this down. And I see these 5 or 6 and shadows in the background, standing there in approval. And I don't know who they are, but that's okay. But he was totally aware of what's going on, and that what the ramifications for the world were or are. I'm not getting any further information, Alice, so I think it's time that we wrap up this little short segment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open up my eyes. We can separate after. Hi.
So when we do a reading, it's like going down a rabbit hole. So
it is a rabbit hole, and a lot of this won't make sense right now at all. None of it. I can't even wrap my head around what I just saw. But as things unfold and as time unfolds, a lot of it makes perfect sense, but it doesn't have to right now. But this was just a little preview of what we do. Sometimes it's more fun than this. On a one-to-one level, there's a lot of healing involved, but on the broader spectrum, it's different.
It's a little heavier.
I'm ready to sign out.
What's that?
I said, I'm ready to sign out. I'd like to separate my energy from all of that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to sign out from...
Yeah, stay tuned for episode 4.
Episode 4, you can find us at pivotworkshops.com and pivot_workshops on Instagram. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye-bye.